do we pursue all our dreams with only 24 hours in a day?
How do we learn to love ourselves despite all of our flaws?
How do we strive to be better when perfection can't really be attained?
Hello, madams!
It's your internet Atis again, answering your questions and figuring out our own answers as we go along.
I am Rizza LANA-SEBASTIan.
I am Ayn Bernos.
And you're listening to the Bootcamp for Grown-Ups in Progress,
Camp Confidence.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bootcamp for Grown-Ups in Progress,
Camp Confidence.
Oh, gusto niyo yun. Meron na kaming bagong intro, tagline, set up for everyone.
God! Who are we talaga?
Tapos hindi na kami naglalag. Kasi pagka nag-uusap kami, it's face-to-face in real time. If you guys are watching on YouTube or on Spotify, makikita niyo rin na we have a new setup. Sino sila?
Who are we talaga? Sobrang exciting. First time natin gagawin tong face-to-face and we have an entire team in front of us right now and
Parang first time to in forever. Kasi usually it would be the two of us and Hans. Tapos wala, chichika lang kami. Tapos makikita niyo na lang siya lumalabas na yung episode. But today, we actually made an effort.
we have lighting and cameras and may pa-backdrop tayo today.
And I
Grabe.
think talaga, madam, it goes to show na we are embodying our new tagline. Kasi guys, for the longest time, meron naman talaga kaming, core and we had our own values. But ngayon, we wanted to really elevate and make it more obvious. That's why we wanted to call it a boot camp for grown-ups in progress. Because that's what we are.
Yes! We will be your online ates forever, mga madam. So, we will be talking about, ang ganda ng mga lineups natin ngayon, madam.
Yes.
Yung mga topics. And we will be talking about everything na about being a grown-up in progress.
Yeah, so first, let's define that. When we were talking about our listenership, iniisip namin, ano ba yung kind of people who listen to us? And we basically all boiled it down to people who are like-minded, who are very willing to work to figure out, okay, ano ba yung next steps? People who are not afraid to try. And I think that's what you guys are. And at the same time, that's what we are. Because obviously, nakita niyo kami from the beginning of this podcast and from the beginning of our own careers na witness niyo yan if you've listened to our first episodes.
Yes. Started from the bottom, now we
Are slightly above the bottom. Andito pa rin, pero growing.
Yes, we are all just trying and trying again, di ba? I would also like to acknowledge our madamhood. If not for your support, my friends, kung hindi kayo nakikinig, di kayo na nanonood sa amin, parang we will never be here. Imagine, it's season 8.
It's been a long time. Tapos in fairness, ang dami nating 5-star ratings.
Yes, kasi yan ang minimum ratings natin sa Spotify.
Talaga nakikinig sila when we ask, mga madam, baka naman gusto nyo a 5-star review. In fairness, they did deliver. So thank you so much for sticking around. Ang dami pa rin nag-message sa Camp Confidence. Old episodes, new episodes, and we really wanted to elevate this season para naman we get to give you guys more para, we get to progress with you guys as well.
Sobrang calming ng feeling, madam, na we have a lot of people na telling us na it's okay to be a work in progress.
Yes.
Right? Kasi parang sa mundo ngayon, it's always success. It's always, you have to be this one. And what we see on social media na, ganito na yung narating niya. And it's so refreshing then to have this kind of podcast with you, madam. Always an honor na we are reminding everyone na nanonood sa atin na it's okay to be a work in progress.
Yes, because I think one of the hardest parts of getting anything done, like let's say you guys have a dream, meron kayong gustong gawin sa buhay ninyo, and you think about it. Pero when we look at examples online, people we look up to, usually it's the end result, it's the end product, and it's always hard to compare yourself. Pagka nakikita mo na yung final product. Kasi when we are going through the motions of figuring out and navigating our dreams, our goals, kasi tayo, we're witnessing our own struggles, our own processes. And usually for other people that we look up to, we don't really see that. So yun yung what we want to bring you guys, hopefully through this season and the next seasons of Camp Confidence, para mas visible yung process of what it's like. So, if you guys are a work in progress, according to a self-care writer, wow, may research. Okay.
Na tayo doon, madam.
Yes,
Okay.
I really liked what he said. Brandon Bell said, if you're constantly working on yourself for the better, then you shouldn't be ashamed of calling yourself a work in progress. Kasi hindi naman kailangan na everyday consistent ka, everyday you're one step forward. It doesn't have to be like that. As long as you're just trying, you're a work in progress.
Tsaka it's always okay to remind us na it's okay to not be perfect.
Yeah.
Kasi, especially if we see people na we look up to, yung successful na mga people, we feel like ang perfect nila. Parang siguro, wala silang mga habits na nasiskip, wala silang mga, alam mo yun, parang wala silang failures. Pero hindi, behind all those, behind closed doors, sobrang dami rin nilang mga pinagdaanan, etc. And this is us reminding you that it's okay to not be perfect. Wala talagang ganun eh.
Wala talaga.
Right?
So, question. Have you ever had that mindset before that you needed to be perfect? So, kasi now, obviously, okay na tayo with being a work in progress. But before,
Madam, I swear, as in sobrang perfectionist ko. I used to be so rude and mean to myself.
Like how? I can't
Ganun
imagine.
talaga. Parang lagi kong sinasabi na kunwari may namiss akong habit. Ano ba yan? Ang tamad-tamad mo. Ganun yung conversations inside my head na it's not healthy talaga. Na parang, okay, kung gusto mong maging successful, kung gusto mong maging magaling na entrepreneur, hindi ka dapat nagtatamad-tamad. Hindi dapat lahat ginagawa mo. And it really took a toll on my mental health. It really took a toll on my physical health also. Kasi parang I am putting so much unnecessary pressure sa sarili ko na to the point na it was breaking me. It was breaking me. And then nung pagod na talaga ako, I went through a lot of burnouts. Kasi akala ko dapat kung gusto mo talagang maging matinong leader, kailangan mo tong magawa. And yun nga, sabi ko hindi dapat ganito. Parang I should be living my life in a way na sustainable sa akin. So, sabi ko, hindi, okay, I'm letting this go. As a perfectionist, if makaka-relate kayo sa perfectionism, mga madams, mahirap talaga siyang i-let go. Mahabang proseso. Maraming journaling, maraming meditations. But, it was very rewarding for me, madam. Nung finally, na-feel ko na okay lang palang hindi maging perfect. Na it's okay to be chill, girl, sometimes.
one more thing about that I like about being a work in progress is when you're a work in progress, you acknowledge na you will fail inevitably. And pag nangyari yun, ang hirap kasi when you're a perfectionist and you fail, which will happen, ang hirap bumalik. Pero if na-anticipate mo na I'm human, I will fail, tas nangyari yun, you don't have to deal with the beating yourself up. You don't have to deal with the self-hatred, self-loathing. And honestly, once na wala yung part na yun sa cycle ko, it's easier to be like, okay, well, I guess I failed that time, and then now I'll go back at it again.
Let's try again.
Diba? And ang saya din mag-exist because
Totoo.
living with the constant pressure of trying to be perfect or you can only be seen if you're perfect, you don't be seen at all kasi hindi talaga
Totoo. Naging perfectionist ka ba?
I would say not really perfectionist, but I definitely knew na parang hindi ako hinog to be seen. Kasi when I started my nakwento ko na ba to? Yung may anonymous ako na pen name.
Hindi.
Meron akong pen name before. Before ako naging content creator, I had a pen name kasi I had a poetry page on Facebook. Tapos,
I didn't know that.
oh yeah, it's my secret past. Sobrang nahihiya ako to tell people that I want to be a content creator, that I want to be a writer. So instead of going out there and showing up as, a work in progress, sabi ko, I'll keep doing this anonymously, and then pagka na-perfect ko na lahat, kapag sikat na ako, then I'll reveal na ako pala yun, si Ayn Bernos.
Welcome world.
But then, meron akong pagkakamali. Turns out, when you change your Facebook page name, it notifies every single follower.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I exposed myself unknowingly to my friends because a lot of them followed that page. So, ayun. So, sabi ko, you know what? Fine. Na parang napilitan ako doon na i-just own na ako si Ayin Bernos, ako ay aspiring writer, ako ay aspiring content creator. And then from then on, I was like, you know what? Bala na.
I-embrace na natin
In-embrace
to.
ko na lang. Yeah. Free na ako to dream.
Tsaka ako, I love, right now, with the healing I had, I love being a work in progress now. Yung mga OGs dito, alam nyo na I didn't have any degree about entrepreneurship. And when I started telling myself na okay lang na work in progress ako, okay lang na hindi ko alam lahat, doon ko na-realize na, okay, every failure pala, kasi ngayon, I love failing. I like, I don't love, I like failing.
Yeah.
I like failing kasi I know na after that failure, meron akong makukuhang lesson.
Tsaka you know what they say about failure? It's good for the plot. Kasi walang magandang story na puro magaganda yung nangyayari. Heart of a good story is conflict. So parang pag iniisip ko pagka may nangyayaring not so good, I'd be like, it's good for the plot. It's good for the plot.
Yes, I love that. I love
It's
that.
good for the plot.
Oo. Tsaka you can read a lot of books, you can hear a lot of stories, you can listen to a lot of podcasts, pero pinaka matututo ka talaga once na experience mo na yung situation.
Yeah, that's true. So now that we are unapologetically works in progress, I don't know yung what you've noticed, you were able to achieve once natanggap mo na, okay, I'm gonna fail. Ano yung mga good things that came out of that for you?
Good things that came up, mas hindi na ako takot mag-try. Kasi I acknowledge na, for example, with podcasting, I never imagined in my life na I would improve with my speaking skills. I would improve with my communication skills. So, if may mga nakikinig or nanonood right now na magtatanong kayo, paano kayo magiging confident with how you speak or how you talk in English, practice lang talaga.
Yeah.
Practice. Kasi ako, hindi naman din ako nag-start na maayos na ako magsalita. And it improved a lot nung nag-practice ako ng nag-practice. That's number one. Mas hindi na ako takot mag-try. Second is that na-drill na sa utak ko na it's okay to fail.
If mag-fumble ka sa podcast recording or you fumble sa anything, I mean, people forget about that, but you never forget the lesson.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, you still win. Another thing for me that I realized I could do pala with the mindset that I had was joining Miss Universe. That was so crazy na parang, okay, una sa lahat, I didn't start training until top 100 was announced because hindi ko naman alam na makakapasok ako. But then at the same time, it's like, do I let this opportunity go now just because hindi pa ako ready? Or do I just go for it, learn along the way, and see what will happen? Kung ang goal ko was to win, obviously, that was not gonna work kasi hindi ako nag-prepare as much as others have. But it has brought me so many good opportunities. I learned so much about myself. I realized na I could be a host pala talaga. I made so many connections, opportunities to work with organizations that before di ko magagawa. And parang na-challenge ko yung sarili ko to really show up in a way that I've never shown up before. I can't see myself not showing up for that and having the same life I have now.
Yeah, Tsaka life is so short, my friends. And if you have the time, if you have the energy, go ahead and do it. Kahit nakakatakot, kahit feeling mo, oh, mag-fail ata ako dito. Okay lang, maikli ang buhay. So, enjoy. You're supposed to enjoy life.
I think some of the best stories that we have are fruits of these things na ginawa namin just because we wanted to try. Because binigyan namin yung chance yung sarili namin to, okay, fail a little bit in front of people, maybe stumble, but at the end of the day, you're that person who gave it a shot. And I think yun nga eh, when people ask like what is the best advice you have for anybody who wants to do this or to do that or achieve this, achieve that. And it's not really working hard because a lot of people work hard.
Yep.
Like so many people work hard, they really strive. But I think what has been the secret ingredient to a lot of what happened in the last few years was just being able to identify opportunities and say yes to the opportunities when they appear in front of you. As in, hindi mo napapalagpasin kasi andun na siya eh. So just being able to say yes to that whether or not you're prepared. It's like figuring it out as you go. Tapos bahala na. Go!
Oh my gosh, admittedly, ang daming opportunities in my life na nag-yes lang ako. Pero, sige, I'll just figure it out along the way.
Yun talaga yung mga
diba?
life-changing eh.
Totoo.
Going back to the podcast, it's been like 7 seasons since the podcast started. Nag-start tayo pandemic. Now, it's the new normal. And we are all about being grown-ups in progress. So I have a question. I guess like for this first episode, and you guys are free to tag us on Instagram. That's Camp Confidence Radio. You can message us as well. Like let us know what you guys think about this episode and what your takeaway is. So for you, what is it like to be a grown-up in progress and at the same time, ano yung ginagawa nyo to be a grown-up in progress? Like, what is this thing that you're working on that you know you're not fully perfect and ready for, but you're doing anyway? We want to know about that. And for you, madam, my question is the same. Ano yung ginagawa mo ngayon that you're like,
Oh, right now, oh my gosh. Hobby-wise, madam.
may bago kang hobby?
Meron akong bagong hobby. I am trying to do splits.
Oh, yes. She's a splitter now.
I'm a splitter now, mga madam. Ayun, in terms of hobbies, gusto ko talagang makapag-split. Kasi I am hindi talaga ako flexible at all. But then, when Miss O, my fitness teacher, told me na, kaya yan, it's muscle memory, mas-stretch natin ang muscles mo. Sabi ko, okay, sige, let's do this. So now, I'm doing my split drills every 6 p.m.
May oras talaga.
Nasa calendar ko yan. Meron akong split drills. Ayan. So, hobbies. For
Question,
work.
pinupost mo ba yun? Pinupost mo siya, di ba?
Oo.
Yeah. See, you don't need the final product to share it. You can show up as a work in progress.
Yup. Tsaka ano din eh, inspiring din siya, especially sa mga taong nagtatry din. Yes. Kasi parang, okay, kung siya hindi pa nga siya marunong mag-split, ang tigas-tigas ng katawan niya, tinatry niya. So, bakit ba? Gusto ko mag-split. In a couple of months. Hintayin niyo ako.
And it's because perfection isn't that inspiring, but progress is.
Yes.
Because a lot of us are just trying, and a lot of us are not part of the 1% who are like getting everything done, but we're trying.
Yep. So, work-related naman, madam. I am trying this, kasi mag-launch tayo ng Airbnb very soon. So, yes, I am a hotelier. I was a hotelier. So, exciting to. Parang full circle moment siya for me.
Bumalik ka na sa...
Yes, bumalik na ako sa hospitality industry. So, we will be launching this new Airbnb. Try nyo yun. Very, very soon. And excited ako na bumalik doon sa hospitality, madam. But of course, now na ako na yung magmamanage, ako na yung gagawa ng lahat. It's an exciting thing for me and I know maraming lessons and failures for sure, but we will definitely learn. How about you?
Bumalik ka din dun sa dream mo maging general manager. Slay! Pero ngayon, ano na siya? Owner/general manager. Oh, isn't that so nice? Kasi parang, I think what I also learned from watching your journey is that you can have a dream, you can have a goal, but getting to that goal can look differently. Kasi, for example, you want to be a general manager, pero sa ibang daan ka pinadaan eh. Pero at the end of the day, you can achieve those things in many different ways. The same way na I've always wanted to be a news reporter. So ngayon, nandito na kami.
Sa ulo.
Nagbabagang balita. So, like maybe I'm not a news anchor, but hey, I have a podcast.
True, true,
So,
true.
ayun.
Ikaw naman, madam, ano ang work in progress mo right now?
I have so many, ang dami kong works in progress. And the thing that I've been trying to figure out lately is, ano nang next step ko? Because I feel like, hindi naman sa pag-aano, but the last 2 years kasi, since TikTok happened, parang feeling ko, nagkatotoo yung mga dreams ko na for the longest time, I've been trying to achieve. Tapos, nung na-achieve ko sila, parang, ano na ngayon?
So, ano nang next?
So, ano
in
nang next?
regards?
Ano yung gagawin ko? And it's like a weird place na you wanna be here, but at the same time, you're also thinking, I wanna evolve. I wanna be better. I wanna pursue more. Kasi parang, for the longest time, it felt so impossible na, how am I ever gonna get 100,000 subscribers? How am I ever gonna get 1 million? And then it happened. Tapos parang ako, what the heck? Ano na?
Ano na ang buhay ko?
Ano nang gagawin next, di ba? Especially if you're the kind of person who strives and is always looking for the next thing. But right now, I am pursuing the dream. It's always been a dream. I guess I started out as a writer as well. So, kung si Madam Riza, general manager, yung dream niya, hotelier siya. My dream was to always write. And now that, thankfully, oh my gosh, na content creation has become a real job, that we get to have this podcast, we have TikTok, YouTube, etc., and all the hosting stuff. Now that that's stable, parang nagkaroon ako ng free space to dream as an author. And that's always been such an impossible thing for me. Kasi parang, how else am I gonna be able to fund my life, but at the same time, write? Like, 80,000 words, how will I ever find time to write 80,000 words? But now that I'm a content creator, it's like, it's possible. This, ayun. So now I'm allowing myself to go back to that dream, but at the same time, really nurture what I have, what I've worked so hard for all these years. So, ayun, it's that. And hopefully one day, madadagdagan yung bio ko. And one day, it'll be like, published author.
Oh my
Diba? And it's hard to dream out loud and say that out loud, lalo na wala pa akong ipapakita. But at the same time, what I learned is that when you say things out loud and when you dream out loud, you're holding yourself more accountable. And it's actually quite nice kasi binabalikan ko yung old podcasts natin, old videos, yung mga times na sinabi ko, sasali ako sa Miss Me Universe pagka binaba yung height requirement. Or like sinabi ko na, oh, the podcast is gonna be a talk show. Ano kay may ngayon? I mean, you put it out there. Sometimes the universe will listen. Sometimes your hard work will bear fruit. And it's really, really worth it.
Tsaka ano everything slowly aligns. It might not make sense right now na parang ang kalat ng buhay ko. Pero, yun pala ang ibig sabihin ng universe. Okay, kasi ito yung fork na dadaanan mo towards this goal. And it's not always a straight line.
It's not a straight line, and all the detours are necessary detours kasi yun yung mga kailangan mong skills to get to where you are. Iba yung ina-envision mo when you're starting out, and it will bring you to so many different places. Pero once you look back, it will make sense. And it's so satisfying when it does.
And we are manifesting everything for you, madams, as well.
That's it for our very first episode. We kind of just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it's gonna be like. Grown-ups in progress. We're gonna be talking about all of those things that we wanna, know, all the areas that encompass. Wow, word of the day. All of the areas that being a grown-up in progress encompasses. So that being said, thank you guys so much for listening and for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that follow button, and if you haven't already, leave a comment, tag us on social media at Camp Confidence Radio, and also leave us a 5-star review if you enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.